Hello, 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 beautiful people. Welcome again to Living Pilates with Carla Armour. So we're going to do another session today. I'm here in the beautiful Conservatory Studio at Pelvic Pilates Studio here in Hove in the UK. And I'm going to touch again on our principles, how they apply to the bridging. Also important with today's session, with this video session, is how we are looking at pelvic placement. Okay, so we're going to look at the bridge. The shoulder bridge is one of the exercises in the classical mat work, and with many variations and modifications to it, so that you can have it at different phases. It's a really important one if you are suffering from back issues and stuff and can't connecting to the back, the glutes, the hamstrings, and just opening out into the hip flexors. So listen carefully, guys, and yes, pop any questions or comments for me after you have had a look and had a time to practice. Let me know how it goes. So here we're going to go Living Pilates with Carla Armour, and I am about to show you bridging. Okay, so with the bridging again, we're going to be in the supine position. So once I come to my mat, I'm going to try to just roll down. Obviously, I have done a little bit of my connections with my breath, but it's also a nice opportunity to just lie there and organize yourself. So here, I'm trying to get my breathing into my ribs. And I really expel it. I'm just putting my arm up here so that you can see what I'm doing. Breathing into my ribs. Really trying to connect with my rib cage here. Many of us are quite tight into the mid-back area here, behind the rib cage, behind the shoulder blades, and we tend to arch this off. So we really want to think, first of all, is to just get that proper placement of the rib cage, so then we can work into the hip flexors and the glutes. So just start, right, ladies and gentlemen, just lengthening one leg away as you breathe out. Breathe in to hold. Exhale, draw that leg in, that foot in. Inhale. Again, I just have my arm up here so that you can see. As I go away, I try to connect deeper into here, opening through my hip flexor. Inhale to reach that leg. Exhale to draw that in. For some of you, this may be enough, because it may be even difficult just to lie in this position because of your tight hip flexors and maybe some lower back issues, pain or displacements, or even your disc problems. So you want to be quite gentle if you have any issues like that, but even just opening through here, for just a regular person, so often in our life, we are sitting for long periods. We're quite tight into the psoas muscle, which is reaching from the fibers into the diaphragm, all the way into the inner thigh, going through the pelvic bowl. So you just want to think of that length opening through here and drawing the belly button in. Again, if we're going into our breathing as our first principle, we're going to concentrate, our second principle, on everything we're doing, really from the baby finger to the baby toe. The breathing is in through the nose and out through the mouth. Drawing in here. So this is the first preparation exercise for just working into our bridging. And then I'm going to break it down, really lengthening and try to keep the rib cage down. When we talk about centering, guys, we're going to be active in the feet. So you can see I'm active in my feet. I'm active in my legs. I'm using the legs. I'm really giving some energy, like good 80% energy into my legs as I draw it back up. I'm thinking about my glutes, into the crease of my bum just here, to use those hamstrings to draw me in. Reaching away, and I'm using those hamstrings to draw me in. Last time. So again, you can do about 5 to 8 sets of this, and I'm going to place my feet here. So you can see I have about a right angle at my knees. I'll take away the ball and the cushions for you to see better. Yes. And so from here now, I would think if I put a little hook on my, between my pubis and my hip bones here, you should be able to stay flat. I like to tell my guys, think of a glass of Prosecco, because it really has to be or champagne really has to be quite upright with you, okay? So from here now, we're going to place the feet in the mat, give it a little bit of pressure in there, feel the back line engage, just gently so that you know that your pelvis is anchored. Then we're going to take a broad inhale, and then as we exhale, I'm going to just draw the belly button in, pulling from the pelvic floor and pulling the pubis in so that I pour my champagne into my belly button. Imagine that glass now is totally tipped, and you can see my back has become flat, and there's a tilt here with my pelvis. If I inhale now into my ribs are melted down, my back is flat. What do you call an imprinted spine? And then now, breathing into my ribs, I'm going to exhale and allow that to roll away. Are we seeing this, ladies and gentlemen? Are we seeing this? We're going to inhale, obviously not lifting the head, just looking. And then as I exhale, I draw and I hollow my waist out, okay? I'm inhaling. Maybe if I lift my shirt a little bit and you get it really, you can see a little bit more because there's different skin here. So I'm going to inhale and then I'm going to exhale and close the space between the ribs and the hips so that I am really using my abdominals to do this exercise. Can you see that tilt now? Inhale, and I'm exhaling to roll away. So this would be our pelvic tilt. And then drawing it all the way in. So that I'm not using my glutes, guys, my bum, I'm just using my abdominals. Feels really good. Now for those of us who may have disc issues, this may not always be this gentle. Do it this gentle so you can wake up the abdominals, but you don't want to be too aggressive with this exercise, okay? Go with what the doctor has recommended, and then you're really scooping nicely. For those of you who are okay, now we're going to turn that into the pelvic curl, okay? So from here, again, you have a healthy spine. You're thinking it's just some overactive muscles in the back. You're going to exhale, draw the belly in, making the space between the ribs and the hips very small. And then from here, you're going to continue to curl using this. Now, once you get that bum lifting off the mat, you're going to need to use your glutes to push the glutes up, the hips up. Now, we're here. I've lifted my shirt up for you to see that what I want is to have a long line from my knees to my shoulders, okay? We inhaling there. Now it looks like my back is arched, but it's not because I just have a big ass. Sorry, bum. Okay, so it looks like my back is arched, but actually what I'm doing, I'm squeezing from my glutes to push here up. Yes? As opposed to squeezing from my back. No, this is not what you want. You want to keep the ribcage down so that you're not arching in your back. You're pressing the pubis, your pubic bone, up to the sky, to the ceiling. You're going to hold that for a breath, and then you're going to exhale. I'm going to take my arms. This is how you would have your arms. I just want you to see better, so I'm taking one arm away, and then I'm going to come down, bone by bone. Now for some of you, you have to see, I want to come down first with my ribcage. It's very difficult to think, I want to make this space small as much as possible so that I'm going to try to come down with my ribcage first. Yeah? And then I'm going to open into my lower back, get my lower back down. Yeah, so I'm in that tilt. And then I'm going to release into my neutral spine. Maybe you see a little bit of space there. Okay? So I don't want to be looking at the screen too much while I'm showing this to you, because obviously I want you to be in your good form. Okay, so here we go again with all our principles, right? We're in total control. We have to move with the breath, so here we go again. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we want to keep the arms here, just feeling the support of the triceps and the lats at the back of the body here. So sorry about this. I'm just going to show you again. Inhale. I'm going to tuck my tailbone in. That's your pelvic tilt. You're going to curl the pelvis, pelvic curl. And then from there, we are going to continue up into the bridge. My knees are lined up with my hip joints. They're over my second toes, okay? My glutes are really switched on. That's 10 on volume notch, okay? My pubis is reaching to the ceiling so that I'm opening in through my hip flexors. My ribs to my knees, I want to maintain one long line. Can we see that? We inhale there into the ribs, and we exhale to come down from the rib cage first. Scooping in, making this space as small as we can so that we are opening through the back as we come down one bone at a time and releasing out all the way. Okay, I'll do one more for you to see into the bridge. We're inhaling, exhale. Hold it up for a nice long slow breath. I'll hold it for a second breath. Push the pubis up. Inhale. And down we go. Really trying to get the ribs down, waist down, sacrum down, and then curling out the pubis to neutral pelvis. So that's, guys, is our basic bridging, getting into your bridge, okay? So you can see here, we have used our principles to be able to do that bridge. We have used the breathing, we've used that centering, we're in full concentration. We have to go with that nice, controlled, flowing movement, so it feels beautiful and natural. And we're moving as precisely as possible. Precision meaning keeping your alignment and your symmetrical balance, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to rebalance and strengthen the body, getting more flexible. So what this has done is giving us a nice flexibility in the back, flexibility in the back of the legs as well, because we are at the front of the legs. Because what we're doing, we're learning how to mobilize and what to switch on. So then we become, then we become flexible in all areas. Because flexibility is not just about stretching, but the flexibility in being able to adapt and switch on what you need. Instead of only having one way of recruiting something, how do we recruit it to hit that precision and that beauty of movement? So guys, thank you for watching. That was learning the pelvic placement, your connection with your glutes, your connection with your abs, the abdominals, the mobilization of the back from that position, from the lying supine with your knees bent. And also it was teaching you into the bridge, from the pelvic curl, tilt into the pelvic curl and into the bridge. Okay, so I hope this has been really good. It may look easy what I'm doing, but it is quite a difficult exercise. And I will do another video which will add on to this, which will do the full traditional mat, classical mat bridging. Okay, remember guys, to listen to your bodies. You want to be living, moving beautifully, comfortably. There's no pain with Pilates, so do not do anything that you feel pain in. Pain, if you're feeling in strong work, is a different thing. That's not pain, but this should feel like strong work. Do a few of them and you'll really find that you're feeling really beautiful with the movement as you develop your practice even more. So again, I'm Carla. This is Living Pilates with Carla Armour, and I'm here to help you all be fit, strong, and flexible. So no matter what you're facing in life, you're ready for it. Okay, join me again.